Hello, my name's Penny and I'm the Women's Officer at the Queensland Teachers Union.
I'm Cresta Richardson and I'm the Vice President and President-elect of the Queensland Teachers Union.
We've been really excited to work with Vera O'Connor and the QTU's menopause project, and we've been working through a range of consultations and meetings with our staff, including surveys and developing a range of resources to better support all employees in our workplace.
It's pretty exciting work for us here at the Queensland Teachers Union because we are a heavily based female organisation, and of course we represent many thousands of women who are teachers and school leaders in this state, so it's a really exciting project for us to be involved in.
So we've worked with Vera O'Connor in a range of wellness projects with the QTU in the past, and we've also highlighted the importance of events like World Menopause Day in the past as well. So when the opportunity arose for us to become a pilot workplace, we were really excited because not only do we represent a feminised profession in being the State School Teachers Union, we're actually a feminised workplace ourselves. So we saw the opportunity as a reasonably sized workforce, around 100 employees at the Queensland Teachers Union, that we could engage in a pilot and then use the findings of the pilot to better support our members in the Queensland Government.
So what that might look like a little bit is that everybody in the workplace has been gone through an information session on menopause and what it might mean for everybody in the workplace and some of the tips and tricks that might need to come from it. There's been some training provided for our coordinators. It's about allowing people to have the conversation about menopause and what that might mean for people and what does it look like? You know, like what is it? It doesn't need to be a taboo.
Yeah, and I think that was, initially some people might have felt a little bit uncomfortable about, do we really want to go there? And we felt like it was really important to address that last hidden taboo around women's health. As the Women's Officer of the Union, it's been really important for me to say this is nothing, this is a normal life stage. It actually can be positive, and I think that's a really big thing about the lens of positivity and wellness and being healthy and being informed and being proactive as a workplace to address measures. Seen over the years, women really struggle with peri and menopausal health in the workplace, feeling like they couldn't either talk about it, feeling ashamed of somehow not being at their full charge and full selves, and then sometimes it resulting in workplace conflict or being perceived to have performance issues for those members. So I think anything we can do to be proactive in that space is really supportive as well. And I know when we were discussing it as employees, a lot of younger women were also really keen to learn about it. And a lot of our male employees were really keen to be able to learn more about, menopause, because it's something our culture doesn't talk about a lot, and then be able to be a better workmate and possibly more supportive in their home lives as well.
I was just going to go exactly there, Penny. That's exactly supporting at home as well. So look, some of the things that have come out of the project, I mean, there's been a lot at the Queensland Teachers Union, but it's also really important for us that the Menopause Project has an impact for our members. So on our website, we've got a number of materials that are available for members to have a look at that may support you in having a conversation or just where you're at in your life journey. And I know that Penny's worked in with the department, which is really good. So we're starting the conversation with the department so that these some of the practices can be picked up, hopefully at the department and whole of government. Some of the stuff that we've learnt about, we're also going to put into training so that when you come to Queensland Teachers Union training, that there's some information on menopause for women in the training. And so we're upskilling and providing information for all of our members.
That's right. So, and it's normalising the discussions about menopause, making sure it's mentioned in our flexible work policies, making sure we actually, we're in the stage now of finalising a menopause at work policy. So some small practical adjustments that people can feel really comfortable in asking for, things like desk fans at your desk and just understanding that some people might need to be closer to toilet facilities or a little bit, sometimes you might need a later start in the day, and where possible, those things can be discussed and supported. The resources are really good because they're tailored for different people. There's a worksheet on the do's and don'ts for managers. There's certainly a positive way to address these things and normalise it, and it's good HR practice. So yeah, we're looking really forward to that next stage of normalising these conversations in the wider community. The QTU has been really proud to be at the forefront of this work. It's important work as our whole community is working towards, being a more just society and gender equity being important. This normal life stage of, half the population, it shouldn't be a taboo anymore. And people who are struggling with some of the negative aspects of this health stage should be able to access positive health information, know where to go, and have their workplaces support them. So it's while there has been, it's not been without its challenges. Some people were a little bit uncomfortable initially. Some people felt that it may be used to wrongly target menopausal women and be used as a way to justify bad management. But I think it's important that people raise those concerns and they're discussed, because that's part of good consultation. As we learn, like with HR practices, we know if people are happy at work, they're also more productive at work. And while this is sort of new in a HR scope in Queensland and in Australia, it's certainly an area that's been picked up internationally amongst some trade unions and good HR practices. So we're really proud to be leading in this space, and we really hope that other unions can see the importance of this work, and that other workplaces also, there's a lot of talk about wellness, but there's not a lot of talk about women's health. So I think this will benefit all employees as well. One of the key findings in our workplace was one of the negative impacts menopause was having on people was fatigue. Now, good fatigue management is a workplace health and safety issue, and everyone in our workplace, not just menopausal women, will benefit from some of these outcomes. So when we work towards supporting women in this way, everyone is positively impacted as well. So it's good for everyone to have this sort of policy in their workplaces.